Pranam Swamiji. So we have this again Sunday Zoom meeting, and the topic is general discussion question answer session. So I would like to request if anyone has any question, they can ask.
See, I am asking one question.
Yes, Swamiji.
Generally, people comes and tells me that we are doing spiritual practice, but as we do not make any progress. See, that is a common question for the most devotees. We are doing spiritual practice, but we do not make any progress. So, what should be the answer actually? That is the questions for all spiritual seekers. So, anybody can give answer.
Maharaj, I think if somebody says that I am doing a spiritual practice and even then there is no progress, there may be two scenarios. One, as you told in one of your classes, that burden is so much that you have to make more efforts. So result will come in its time. This is the one scenario. And second, maybe one had to check whether he is actually doing some practice or not. He is in some sort of dilemma, or not dilemma, but in some confusion. I am doing practice, but actually he is not doing.
You see, that the moment they say, I am doing my spiritual practice, but I do not make any progress. So, spiritual practice, it is his definition, person's definition that I am doing the spiritual practice, but we do not make any progress. So, everybody says that I am doing spiritual practice. So, your own understanding, own meaning, actually, what does spiritual practice means? We try, we say it. Trying is a spiritual practice. That is the meaning actually. Everybody is trying, and yes, I am trying, but I do not make any progress. So we are practicing spiritual practice means we are trying to practice spiritual practice. So that is their definition. Actually, what is the criteria, what is the main point of spiritual practice? But main point. See that beautiful story, I think I told that anchor was not taken out and boat is moving. So there is no movement of the boat. That story, I think I told that anchor is not taken from the shore. That is why even though boat is moving, but more boat is not going, same place it is there. That anchor means here what? Boat cannot move unless anchor is taken, removed from the shore. Here, what is the anchor? Same similarity, we can analyze and we can try to get the answer. Here, anchor means when you are doing the spiritual practice, anchor means the worldly thoughts. Anchor means here worldly things or sansar ki chinta, dunya ka chinta, that is one worldly thoughts. So we are practicing. Anchor is not taken out. If you see the mind, observe the mind, that worldly thoughts is going on. At the same time, we are practicing spirituality, means we are trying to taking the name of the God in midst of worldly thoughts. So progress is not there because worldly thoughts in the mind, that is the anchor. Our mind is fixed with the worldly thoughts. We could not. We will try to move, try for spiritual practice. It has no effect, no result is that. So when we are practicing or meditating, is it possible or to some extent reduce worldly thoughts? Then you can do japa and meditation. So unless worldly thoughts is reduced during the spiritual practice, so result is zero. Same place you are, even though you are trying, because without removing the worldly thoughts, say half an hour or 15 minutes you are sitting for the job spiritual practice. These 15 minutes, mind remains in worldly thoughts and you try your best, so result is zero. But if these 15 minutes make a determination, that anchors should be taken out. That means worldly thoughts must go. At least minimize your worldly thoughts. Even 15 minutes, that okay, no problem. So unless these worldly thoughts you remove first, so you cannot take the name of the Lord. It is a big church. Beautifully they have told. So we need control of the mind. Free from mind from the worldly thoughts during spiritual practice. That is difficult. For 15 minutes, 10 minutes, minimize your worldly thoughts. So they say, first minimize your worldly thoughts. Minimize your worldly thoughts. Then it is possible. See, training of the mind is required. In worldly matters, for worldly matters, but to achieve worldly matters, we are very methodical. We follow discipline. So many things, rules in worldly matters to achieve the goal. But in the case of spiritual matter, we are just like a children. Children in that sense, children has no control, nothing. They can go here, they can play any moment, they can try, no control over the mind. Similarly, in spiritual practice, we should not be just like a children. Mind should be trained. We fix mind, you must focus that these 10-15 minutes, thoughts should not come, worldly thoughts should not come in the mind. So discipline is necessary. This worldly matter, discipline is also necessary, rules are necessary, and spiritual life also necessary, as we know. Then another thing, the spiritual appetite. This appetite, spiritual appetite, hunger, spiritual hunger. The one thing is truth, one thing is truth is that the spiritual appetite, ahangar, cannot be appeased by the any things of the world. So you should not mix spirituality and worldly thoughts. This is a spiritual hunger. So that should be appetized by the spirituality, not by matter. Anything from the world cannot appease your spiritual hunger. So spiritual hunger can be appetized. It can be appeased or satisfied through japa, meditation, prayer. So japa, meditation, prayer. No way the spiritual appetite, hunger cannot be appeased by anything of the world. That is a inner things. So matter. So the important thing is that you should not mix matter with the spiritual. Matter is the root cause of everything. So discriminate between the real and unreal. And you must have a mental discipline. We have a little bit physical discipline for our physical growth and physical wellness. You have your own spiritual discipline, exercise, sitting, sleeping. But you need mental discipline, mental exercise for spiritual hunger, to appease your spiritual hunger or spirituality. So actually, that is the important factor in our spiritual life. And we are casual, we are not taking seriously. अरे ठीक है, चलता है, मैं तो बहुत कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, I am trying. Based what? Not removing the worldly thoughts, at least minimize it. We trying to taking the name of the Lord. So there is a conflict. After 5-10 minutes, you'll get up because worldly thoughts are fully there. Mind is occupied by the worldly thoughts. So first, you have the power to remove the worldly thoughts. Then you get the result. So practice is this. We are spiritually practicing, but we are not doing anything progress in the life. That means you are unable to remove the worldly thoughts. It is a mixture of worldly thoughts and some kind of prayer or bhajans. So that will not work. So people say that क्या कितना दिन से कर रहा हूँ, कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. कैसा होगा? Your कोशिश not in the right point, you are not targeting it, hammering. You should hammer in the right point. Worldly thoughts should not be there. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if it is there, minimize. So that is the answer that people come and say, even though you are practicing spiritual discipline, but no progress found. So on this particular point, if you have any questions or any angle thing that it is not answered, you can ask.
Yeah,
Maharaj, you use the word spiritual appetite. So,
Yes,
is it something?
spiritual appetite means food. When you are hungry, we take food. Spiritual appetite means when your mind is restless, you want to have a peace of the mind. I want peace of the mind. That is spiritual appetite. I want peace of the mind. When peace will come, when spirit will be there, worldly thoughts will go. So spiritual appetite will come. Those who want the peace of the mind. And because when you take the name of the Lord, those you people are doing practicing for a long period of the time. You see, when you take the name of the Lord, how mind become peace. You want to remain on it. You want to continue in on it. That is spiritual appetite. Food. What kind of food you are giving to the mind is most important. So that is the spiritual appetite. Food. That after doing meditation, 1 hour, 2 hours, you find one to continue. Then after 2, 3 days, you are disturbed out of work. अरे कब वो हमको मूड मिलेगा. That is a spiritual appetite, hunger. कि हमको उसी स्टेट में रहना है, जाना है. दिन के एंड ऑफ द डे आफ्टर वर्किंग, अच्छा इवनिंग में कब उठूंगा, मन आस्था से, मन माइंड बिकम पीस एंड कूल because you are hungry for that. That is you are sitting in the evening. The moment hunger comes, you will take. Similarly, when this type of situation comes, habit comes, this hunger will increase and you will see it and to get the food, peace of the mind.
Yes.
Spiritual appetite, when no worldly thoughts should be there. When you do the meditate, what is the result? Absence of spiritual. Absence of worldly thoughts. Absence of worldly awareness. Only awareness of God, purity, peace, calm, tranquility. I think it is clear.
Yes. So, means worldly people have to increase this appetite, as we felt after doing watching Thatno for the first time. So gradually it increase in us.
Spiritual appetite you have to increase. That will come automatically. See, this appetite, when you are hungry, it will come automatically. You need not to create. The digesting system is such that after a certain period of the time, food digested, you feel hungry. Spiritual appetites are the way of practice, because it is a biological normal for the body, but for the mental spiritual appetite, you have to practice and make this kind of habit, that when the mind becomes restless, immediately you will feel and you will feel hungry. नहीं कब हम ये भगवान के नाम लेगा, ईश्वर के नाम लेगा, मन थोड़ा शांत हो. That is appetite. It is a mental training and mental practice. जब भी डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा, you are very much disturbed. अरे कब मुझे शांत मिल जाएगा, चुपचाप बैठो, ईश्वर का नाम लो. This is appetite we are giving the food.
Yeah.
Appetite come from within. That means out of unrestness of the mind. When mind is very unrest, then spiritual people, there is no spiritual food. Because spiritual food cannot be from the outside of the world, cannot have. It is in the mind. It should come through the spiritual mental exercise.
Yes. Swamiji,
No, yes.
the Holy Mother one place has told sahan karo. So in this today's explanation, like shifting the mind from worldly thoughts to godly thoughts, how we apply what is it the practice? Sahan karo is what is?
No. Holy Mother says, sahan means whenever there is a oppression, mental agony, you just accept it. Don't show any reaction. Have patience. Any problems come in the life, have patience. That is the sahan karna. कुछ भी unfavorable condition आ जाए, सहन करो. सहन करो. Accept it. Then ultimately you are the winner. Here sahan means what is called accept it. Oh, ठीक है, ग्रहण कर लो, एक्सेप्ट कर लो, सहन कर लो। सहन करना मतलब टेम्परेचर हाई होता है, सहन करना पड़ता है। कोई घर में ऐसा हो जाता है, कुछ बोल नहीं पाता है, क्या सहन करना पड़ता है, डाइजेस्ट करना पड़ता है। ऑल सिचुएशन टू डाइजेस्ट, then you are the winner. That is in another angle, Holy Mother. So you do not show the reactive. Always be so reactive. सहन कर लो, जो सहन करना है सहन कर लो, दुख कम होगा। जो जितना सहन करेगा दुख उतना ही कम होगा।
Yes.
इस
So
तरह
that,
से होगा।
thank you.
Swamiji, isn't it a good thing to feel sometimes that you are not making any progress? Means unless this restlessness comes, then how can one continue this effort?
See, that means hungry. When people is hungry, they need food. So if you are hungry, that is still, I am not still, it is not feel, इतना हुआ नहीं है, hungry. So this feeling of hunger will come within. अरे अब इतना क्या है, ये थोड़ा में क्या, still be भूखा, it is good. Hungry, जब भूख ला जाएगा तब तो खाना खाता है, भूख नहीं लगेगा तो खाना नहीं खाए, जितना भी तो मुंह के फेंक देता है। तो हमारा अच्छे है कि हमारा भूख ज्यादा है, और भी हमको करना चाहिए, हमको फूड और भी लेना चाहिए, स्पिरिचुअल फूड। तो increase hunger, spiritual hunger, then you can do and you'll hunger, you can fulfill your hunger, appease your hunger by taking the name of the Lord, japa, meditation. ठीक है, तो आज यहीं समाप्त करो। अच्छा है डिस्कशन, बहुत सटल पॉइंट,